Last month, one of my clients posted a video, and that video led to about 47 people buying his course. $27,000 single video. Meanwhile, I've been in conversation with course creators who've been making content for years and yet, not a single purchase has happened yet. My friend, what is the difference here? The difference between the two is just about understanding something very, very fundamental in nature. That something most creators just fail to notice. It's not the type of content you make, but it's the intention with which you make the content. Most of the people out there, they make content with the purpose of getting likes, getting comments, getting views, and getting subscribers. And they forget to address the most important metrics which comes with regards to selling courses. And if you stick till the end of this video, I'll be providing you with 5 content archetypes that are guaranteed to turn those viewers into people that are begging to hop on sales calls with you. If you don't actually get distracted and watch till the end, then you will also be receiving a $2.6 million blueprint that my clients have been using for no months. And I'll be revealing it all to you for absolutely free. But first, let me tell you why your content has not been working. We're just going to shift to the laptop right.
Why is your content not selling? Let's just get right into it. So to understand why your content is not selling, we're going to be going across broadly 4 reasons or 4 things that you're currently doing or you could be potentially doing which is causing your content to not sell. Number 1 is comparison paralysis. What ends up happening is you look at other creators that are doing the exact same thing as you, yet they're getting more results, they're getting more sales. And because of that, you're also getting frustrated that you're not getting results. So one thing that I'd highly suggest is to stop the comparison paralysis and focus on what you're doing. What's next? Oh, okay. What's next is that you eventually become a hamster. Whenever you think about making a video, it's not done from a perspective that there's going to be a strategy around it and you're thinking 5 months straight, 6 months into the future. And whatever strategy that you currently have, if you have any, is not made out of a lot of knowledge into what works and what does not work. It's just made out of intuition and just like you trying to make anything that is coming to your mind. And because of that, you're going to eventually run out of ideas, and that running out of ideas is also going to lead to a lot of burnout because you're going to get frustrated with the fact that I'm not able to get more content ideas that are working for me. And that leads to, again, a very huge burnout, and I don't want you to suffer that. So continue watching to know the solution to all this. The engagement trap. I did talk about this before, but you've basically gotten stuck into the cycle of entertaining and not selling because you're getting yourself burnt out, as I discussed in the last point. What's actually causing that? What that is exactly causing you to do is that you're moving on to entertainment and not selling itself. Because of that, you're moving to jokes, you're moving to memes, you're moving to ideas that won't sell you because, again, you're running out of ideas. And because of that, you're also inevitably stuck in a vanity bubble that you've forgotten your old purpose and you've gotten into the whole I want likes, I want subscribers, and I want views. And that is what I'd call the engagement trap. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people are stuck in this, but don't worry, we're going to get you to it. What about the launch anxiety cycle? As somebody who's probably running courses, you would see that, okay, why is my audience not buying my course? So through your content, even if you don't do it consciously, you end up begging people to buy and you act desperate and pushy when in reality, what exactly should be happening is that you should have a kind of leverage to your name that people are actually begging to buy your course and you don't have to beg people to buy your course for, right? That's like the overall 4 problems actually, which makes me feel that, okay, these are the reasons that your content is probably not selling. Let's get to the solutions. What are the 5 content types that will make sure that your content actually sells? Let's just get to them. There are actually 5 archetypes, and these archetypes are like ideas that you can make a lot of content around. It's not a very specific bound thing that is going to put you in a very small bubble. It's very open in nature and is going to give you unlimited ideas on things you can experiment with. Let's get to number 1 right here. All right. So what does number 1 even say? Number 1 is basically just mistake or failure type content. Here's an example of that. A video by this guy named Brendan Gillen, which is titled as Avoid These E-commerce Fails When Starting Out. Now you may ask that, okay, why would this type of content even work? So let's just discuss that. Okay, so why does mistake or failure type of content leads to more sales inside of your business? You should understand this from a very psychological perspective that people are motivated to avoid pain more than they're motivated to gain or make more money. So when you show that, okay, this is something that you should not do, people are more motivated to watch your videos. Again, number 2 is that when you talk about your mistakes, when you talk about pains, You're showing a vulnerable side in front of your audience, and vulnerability builds instant trust and connection. Also, as you're doing that, you should very much create urgency around solving this problem, because urgency is what sells. If you give your prospect a lot of time to think, they might like take back that decision. So in every action and every video, you have to apply a concept of urgency as you're talking and as you're like making content. Okay. So how do you actually connect this to your course? What can you do so that, your course is able to sell better through this type of content? Okay. The number one solution I feel is that you should position your course as the mistake to the okay, my bad. You should position your course as the solution to prevent the mistakes that you're talking about these videos. And as you do that, it's going to be the natural solution for anybody that is watching that video. Okay, you should do a comparison. I think every YouTube video is also an objection call. So when you're telling about these mistakes, what you should inevitably do is you should show that, okay, this mistake would cost you X amount. And if you buy my course, you're going to get value worth X plus Y amount, and make sure that you undermine the mistake cost and overburden, or what you can say, like push your course up, make sure that it appears more valuable in their eyes. And how do you exactly create urgency? As I told in the last point, you can say something along the lines of, don't learn this the hard way like I did, which is like a very personal line, and it's going to make people connect with your brand a lot better. What second, actually? Let's just go right into it. Type 2 states behind the scenes transformation content. If you're running a personal brand, if you have the goal of selling a lot of courses through your personal brand, then showing the raw reality is going to be crucial when it comes to selling for your course. Because when people see you as a person and not as a brand, they're going to definitely buy your course. And this is like an example, a guy I really like. He doesn't have a lot of followers, he doesn't have a lot of subscribers, but I can guarantee you that this guy sells a lot. So here's a video he made with a really cool thumbnail, and POV, I simplified the process to build my personal brand. Now, this guy probably just has an extremely raw video where he talks about the entire process and even shows the entire process, and it's like kind of a behind the scenes video. Now, why does this really work in us? Social proof, this transparency, is something that I personally believe leads to a massive amount of trust inside the viewer, of course. And I mean, that follows along a principle that I closely remember, is that people want to see the how and not just the what. And because of that, you have to try creating FOMO around missing out on similar results. You have to create FOMO around the idea that, okay, I have this life. Do you want this life? So you have to create content that shows and not just tells. That's like the major concept behind this. How do you connect this to your course? So again, show the exact methods from your course working in real situations. Show you yourself using these methods, because if you use it, they're going to be more likely to think that it works. Again, another thing that you can do is that you can mention or drop a line like, this is just one module for my course while you're making that video. You're just, for sparking more curiosity inside of your viewer. Again, let results speak louder than sales pitches, because again, show, don't tell. You understand it now. What's next? Oh, okay. Type 3, contrarian or pattern interrupt type of content. This video is actually created by my co-founder, and I really like the title, so I wanted to add this. If you want to watch this, of course, it's going to be in the link in the description. You can first check it out. So what is the video about? Cold outreach is dead unless you do this. So how do you make content in this type 3 archetype? You just have to pick a really controversial opinion, an opinion that is going to make people click, an opinion that is going to make people think that, okay, I know that piece of information is true, but why is this person saying that this piece of information is false? I'm curious, let me just see what this person has to say. That's kind of what it does. You have to pick a market, of course. You probably already picked the market, but then after you've picked the market, you have to probably pick a very general opinion, take an opposite stance to it, make a video, and as you're taking an opposite stance to it, create an ulterior narrative that pushes your product as the positive narrative. That's what you should do. Now, why does this exactly even work? You may ask. Again, since it's a pattern interrupt here, it's going to stop the scroll. If you're an agency owner and you see a video titled, oh, cold outreach is dead, your first opinion would be, oh, this guy is speaking a lot of bullshit. But then your second opinion would be like, okay, maybe I want to see what bullshit he's speaking so that I can maybe comment, okay, what the fuck are you talking about? Something like that. So it's like a pattern interrupt. It's going to stop the scroll instantly. It creates curiosity and positions you as a unique expert. That's kind of the intuitive here. It's going to create a lot of curiosity. And if you're giving some actual not general advice, but some actual special advice, it's going to position you as a unique expert in your niche. It's going to make people think that, okay, maybe the information that I have is not actually correct. Maybe this guy is actually right, or maybe I am right. It's like a debate kind of thing, and you know how well controversy sells. Then, how to manage your course. As I said, you have to present two narratives inside of your viewer. One is the negative narrative or the controversial opinion that you're talking about. The other one is your better narrative, the narrative that you want to push in the mind of your viewer. You have to play with their heads right here with this type of content. You have to create curiosity around the, okay, what instead of this? If not cold outreach, what else? Maybe you sell something like content just like me, and you can position that in that video. Or as you're doing this, again, repeating the same information, repeating it for you, of course, position yourself as the expert with a lot of inside information that you're, debunking information that is generally known inside of the niche. So it's like a really good content archetype that you should definitely consider making content. Fourth, transformation timeline. Here's like a video idea from this guy, Matt Gray. I really like this guy, man. Like, this content is just amazing. So here's the video. How to grow from 0 to 100K followers on any platform. Thumbnail is really nice, by the way. So why does this transformation timeline type of content work in first place? Again, it's very, very intuitive. This type of content provides like a very clear proof of concept that this guy knows this shit. He knows what he's talking about. And it sets realistic expectations about timeline that, okay, how long will this product or this, thing going to take if I buy it? So again, this is another objection that you can use. If your course gets a lot of objections around, okay, brother, how long is it going to take for me to get results? Then this type of video is going to do that objection handling for you so that you don't have to do it on like a sales call again and again. It's also like a path that people can follow while also establishing authority that, okay, this person knows his shit. If he's telling me how to do this from getting from one place to another place, and he's very confident about it, then he must know his shit. That's kind of the part of the brain that this type of content is going to in charge of. I don't know what the word is, but let's move forward. How do you actually connect it to your course, you may ask? Okay, promise similar transformations for those who follow your system, of course. Break down which parts of your journey your course covers very much, and again, repeating this, create a timeline expectations for course buyers. People are really interested to know how long something is going to take, and if you give them that piece of clarity, they're 90% more likely to buy from you. What's next? Type 5 and the last type is that of the high value tutorial. Another video that was created by my co-founder, by the way. You can check it out if you're like a course. This video is going to really benefit you. It's going to teach you how to make a content machine, and it's like an entire bang worth 30-minute video. Again, why does high value tutorials like this work? Again, it demonstrates your teaching ability firsthand. If a person knows that, okay, I've gotten a lot of free value from this person, which is like a 30-minute video that I consume, you made notes on it, you're way more likely to trust that person because he gave you some value first. It creates like a sort of reciprocity. And if somebody is from society, of course, if he's not like an alien, he's going to follow the laws of reciprocity. It's just how society works. It will also emphasize the value of your paid content. If your free content is really high value, your paid content is going to like create that dynamic. Okay, if this guy is providing this much for free, what the fuck is he going to give for like paid content? That's kind of the thing that happens. Again, if you're still here, okay, actually one part is left. How to connect it to your course? You have to use the iceberg principle, which I like to call, which is simple, that you have to make them believe that this is just the tip of the iceberg. The entire thing is just below the water level right now. And if you buy this course, you're going to get to that water level. Mention stuff like this is one lesson from my 12 module course to make them more, make it more interesting for them to click and actually get your course. It creates a natural sense of curiosity about what else you teach, man. Of course, if you're still here for this video, then I have something really special for you. If you want this entire document again, you can message systems on my Instagram and you're going to get that document right there. And if you need any help as well regarding content, I have my own content agency that I run, and I can help you get to 10K a month just by using YouTube content. If you're already running a very successful agency, this system is going to work for you really well. Okay, click the link in the bio for my Instagram and you can get this entire document, and also like a guide for lead generation using YouTube, an entire PDF that I made, which is really damn good and is going to help you out a lot. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to click the like button and also subscribe for more such insights.